think and break me.
Hey guys, I'm Emma. Welcome back to our channel. If you've been here for a while, then you will know that this is a birthday tradition for me. So obviously it would have been last year when I did last year's one, and last year didn't really go to plan. Like 2020 hasn't really gone to plan so far. Tradition is tradition, so here is my bucket list for the whole birthday year. So things I want to complete by my next birthday. Let's get into it. So the first one is something that is always on our bucket list, and that is travel. So we don't know what state of traveling we're going to be able to do in the next year, but hopefully we'll be able to at least travel somewhere. We're hoping to get to Florida in February, but I also would like to travel a little bit more around the UK. We've been doing a little bit in our local area with like quarantine and not being able to go very far. We've been doing that, but I wouldn't mind seeing some cities in the UK. There's two specific cities in the UK that I haven't been to and I would like to see. So I think maybe in the next year, so before this time next year, I would like to have seen Oxford and Liverpool. Now Liverpool is a silly one really, because I'm from Manchester, so it would have been super close and really easy to go and visit Liverpool while I was in Manchester, but now I live down south, so it's a lot more difficult. But I would like to still head up there and go and maybe spend the weekend in Liverpool. And Oxford isn't that far away, I don't think, but it's a nice city by the looks of it, and I would like to go exploring around Oxford. But travelling abroad would be amazing, but I don't want to add it to my bucket list just in case, because I like to be able to tick things off. So yeah, so the first one is travel. So the second thing on my bucket list is reading. I've really slacked with my reading this year. I like to read books, but I've been really struggling to get into them. But recently, like the last beginning of July, I would say, I've read 3 books since the beginning of July, which is really good for me. I know some people can read a lot more than that, but I cannot. So yeah, I've read 3 books since the beginning of July, and I'd like to just kind of continue on reading, I guess. And I want to try and get like a few books under my belt. I think reading's a really good way for me to like relax and chill out and have some me time, so I really need to spend more time doing kind of hobbies rather than, you know, work and work and work and busy all the time. So reading is just a little one, but it's in there. Number 3 kind of goes along with the hobbies, and I would like to learn to embroider or sew. So I can kind of basic sew. We learnt that at school, and I can sew up a hole or I can hem. But I'd like to be able to do it properly. My mum has a sewing machine, so maybe I'll try and steal that from her for a bit and see if I can figure that out. Or embroidery, because I think people that can do that, they're so clever, and I'd really like to like pick up a new hobby. So I think embroidery is one that I might try and learn for this year. That's a real grown-up hobby as well, so. Number 4 is to be more organised. I know this is a silly one, and we all know that, or if you've been watching our channel, you know that I like to write in my planner, and so my day is fairly organised. But like when it comes to, I don't know, birthdays or what's happening next week or what I'm doing that week, I have no idea. And like even if I do have an idea, I'm not organised enough to do anything about it. So next year I'm going to be way more organised. I'm going to start planning out what is happening each month, what I want to get done, what I want to achieve. So because I find like when I write a goal each month, that gets me going and I really like work towards that goal. So I think that is obviously what is needed. So yeah, I want to do that. Number 5 is a really simple one, but I'd really like to try some more crafts. So you might know, if you've been watching the channel, you might know that I've been making my own Disney ears, or trying to. They're not great by any means, but they're getting better, and I think that's progress. So Disney ears I can kind of do, but also I spend like so much time on Pinterest pinning different crafts and then never doing them, and I think I would really like to try and do some of the crafts, especially now that it's summer and we can do them out in the garden and I won't make a mess. So I would like to try the you guys let me know down in the comments actually anything that's easy that I can try. But I've seen people that are transferring photos onto wood. That looks really cool, so I would like to do that. Maybe like you would use them as coasters or something then. So yeah, that would be really, really fun. I think I'd like that, or any like Disney craft really. And I really need to learn how to make bows. I can do the ears, but bows, that's what caused me my thumb injury. Can't do it. So number 6 is one that we should be doing, but obviously with the situation at the moment, we can't do it quite as easily. So I would like to travel up to Manchester and visit family. So we've not really seen, my Nana's birthday is in January, and normally we all go up to see my Nana and we have a weekend away and we see all like my cousins and my aunties and my uncles and like my family, my mum, my dad, my sister, all of that. But we haven't been able to do that because we normally go like end of January, beginning of February, and obviously with the situation we couldn't do that. So we still haven't, like the family up north have seen my Nana and stuff, but we haven't yet because of the situation. So I would really like to get up there, hopefully before the end of the year, but if not, for her birthday next year for sure. So before my birthday next year, I hope to have seen my Nana, which it's crazy to have to say that, but it's a situation that a lot of people are in, I'm sure. But that is on the list, and hopefully that's one I will definitely get done. Number 7 is one that I know me and John are both doing. So save. Most of our money at the moment is going into our savings account. We're saving for a house. We're not sure yet if we'll get that done next year or if it'll be the year after, but hopefully by next year we'll have it, or by my birthday next year, we'll at least be in a good position to start the process. Hopefully, but it all depends on like the government and the banks and things like that. But we're saving and saving and saving, so we'll have enough money behind us to just get going when we feel like we are ready. So saving is taking over our lives at the moment, but it's a necessary evil, I suppose. It will be nice when it's all done and dusted, and then we can just use that money to, or the saved money we've been saving, to like put it to our house or to a holiday or to whatever we need. I'm in desperate need of a new car, but my little car is I've got a 2001 Ford Focus, and it's just chugging along. It's doing me good. So number 8 is a simple one to do when we are able to go back outside and when everything is all back open again. I would really, really love to go and see a musical. Specifically, I've been looking at 6. I'd like to see that, the Henry VIII Wives musical. I think that one's coming near us in the beginning of next year, so maybe we could get tickets to that. But honestly, I'm not even that fussy. I'd just like to see a musical. I saw Guys and Dolls a couple of years ago, and that was really, really good. And I've seen, we've just watched Hamilton on Disney Plus. We would have loved to have seen that in the theatre. And obviously we watched Wicked when we went to London with Bob and Kelly. I always really, really enjoy a musical, and John's starting to get into them now as well, which is great because we can watch them together rather than him being like, I don't understand what's going on. And it can be tricky to understand what's going on when you're listening to like singing rather than someone just telling the story. So I do understand, but he seems to be really enjoying them recently. Number 9 is something that we've already started doing, and it kind of, while we're in this house, so obviously we're looking to move house, but while we're still in this house, we've been trying to home improve, I guess you would say. So we've been trying to sort out the spare rooms and trying to sort out all of like the wardrobe situation and the storage, and for the longest time we've not really put anything up on the walls. Like in the lounge we do, but in the other rooms they're really, really basic, and that's because this was never really a long-term plan for us. We were never really going to stay here that long, but we've kind of decided now that if we put things up it can always come back down, and we're going to try and make it a little bit nicer. It would be really nice to have like an area to film in, so I'm not in the area that we normally would film in, because this is easier and comfortable, and you know, but it would be nice to have an area that we could have set up and left set up. So maybe we'll need to work at that. So I think like more of a studio kind of thing I would like. And number 10 10. I feel like it wouldn't be a bucket list for me if I didn't mention a YouTube goal or a YouTube bucket list item. So because we worked so hard on YouTube and we reached 1,000 in my last birthday year, so I would really like, and I don't know if it's dreaming too big, but I don't think you can ever dream too big, so I think we would really like to hit 2,000 by the time my birthday rolls around again next year. So that would be really cool. Obviously it's not about the numbers and the subscribers, but the growth is important to keep you motivated, and I don't know, it kind of just means that people like what you're doing. So I think 2,000 would be a really good number, and it's kind of like starting from zero again because we've not long hit 1,000, so it's gonna be a push to get there, but I think we can do it. So if you're not already subscribed, then please do, because it is my birthday and it would be like a little gift to me, and also you would help us hit that goal for next year. So that's my bucket list for this coming birthday year. It's not as exciting as normally. I would put things on there normally, very specific things that I want to get done, but because I don't really know what we're going to be able to do, I kind of tried to keep it like achievable, and then I can kind of say, oh yeah, well I did that and I did that, and you know, and some of them are like, and like self-improvement-y things like the reading and the embroidery and the crafting. Those are things to keep me busy and things that I can learn from, so I think I'd rather do that this year than be like, I want to go to this place and I want to go to this place. So yeah, let me know down below what your goals for this year are, because I'd love to hear them, and maybe I'll be inspired to pick something out as well. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.